So let me get this. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, so your time starts now.
In Taiwan, around 12 GDP is almost the same level before the financial crisis.
Which industry are you talking?
Our main topic is about macroeconomics.
Okay, which industry are you?
We're talking about real estate and
Real estate. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay, go ahead.
And have to talk about the consumption side. First one, confidence. Confidence which is a little higher than that before the financial crisis. Second one, market basket for CPI. Housing occupied 41%. Housing is discretionary goods, which is sensitive to business cycle. Third one is CPI. The silver is almost the same. The last one, unemployment rate. A little higher than that before the financial crisis. So you can say that the demand side is recovered. Part three is about the interest rates and inflation rates, which is stable and not high, suitable for the demand side and the supply side. So in summary, the American economy is in its beginning of expansion, improving the whole industry. Hannah is going to talk about the industry analysis.
so these are the graphs shows the portions of the financials and the real estate. And in the real estate, about 90% is occupied by REITs, which stands for Real Estate Investment Trust, created by the U.S., giving the individuals the opportunity to invest in large properties businesses. Next, please. As you can see here, this is REITs, and this is the market. We use SP 500 as a market sample, and REITs is positively correlated to the market with the beta of 0.967. Next, please. And this one we evaluating REITs using return and P over P to FFO ratio. Normally, when we evaluate a company, we look at the returns and the PE ratios. However, with REITs, the non-cash expense is really high, which is the depreciation. It raises a large amount of income. That's why we use the funds from operations instead of earnings to evaluate REITs. As you can see here, the REITs PE ratio is really large, 137. While the REITs P to FFO ratio is only 15.9, very close to the SP 500. Next, please.
Now let's move to the one bear cases. As you can see, there are four major parts in the U.S. market, and there are only two parts of it. In apartment industry, it did not increase in the market because of rising population, employment, and the consumer confidence. But in bear market, the increase by higher property taxes, and also the low cap rates take down pressure on the industry. For retail one, the retail rental is improving in bull markets, which is driven by more confidence consumers and more leasing. But lowest quality retailers might face closing and moving out because of the decreasing sales growth, and it will limit landlords' ability to increase insurance even more. And here are two examples from the apartment REITs, and that will give us more implications on the key indicators.
Okay, I'm taking care of all the key indicators, and Jesse already talked about the apartment. I'm taking care of healthcare first. In healthcare industry, the aging population leads to the high demand. The average senior housing cap rates have fallen almost by 20% in the past years. So that's why this is the peak of increasing the housing rent over there. In senior housing, almost there's an increase of 40 basis point in the last 5 years, which is the highest in last 8 years since 2008. The graph shows the basis point increase in the past 8 years. This is for apartment key indicators. There is a fall of 13%. Which in the continuous growth, there is a decrease. There is a last continuous increase of last 5 years, but in the last quarter, it was started with a big leap downwards movement. Now, okay, now Ding will take care of the
Yeah,
final
you guys
English.
are complete, so you can go ahead. Poor guy didn't get time. You have 30 seconds.
Okay, so for my part, I recommend two companies for the investing. The first one is the TSRE, and it is for the residential. And we can see the equity line, but although it is the shifts dramatically, but it is the highest return for this industry the improvement here. And the second one is the HMG. This company is for the retail, and in this year it is the lowest return, and we can got it from equity line. But as we can see, the HMG's equity line is most strictly, although it is has a dramatic increasing. But after that, it is keep straight again. So I will recommend the.
Thank you.